So I've been thinking to myself about this journey that I'm about to take. And there's a guy named Jeff. It's on one of the sites that I'm in. And he's been journaling his whole experience. And it kind of made me think about a few things that I wanted to get off my chest. And I've been dealing with because I'm not eating. Today is Wednesday. I think it's November the 1st. It makes it a whole week and a few days that I've been on a liquid diet. And I've cheated. Or at least for their standard of what I'm supposed to do, I've cheated. And because I've cheated, I felt some kind of way. I felt like I wasn't accomplishing my goals. I felt like I was failing at what was being asked of me to do. And it took something away from me. And I don't like that feeling. I've noticed that I felt like I was failing at so many things. And instead of me thinking about the fact that I was failing, that I was still staying the course. Because what I did wasn't detrimental to my process, meaning 2 or 3 days I've ate some fish, 2 or 3 days I've ate an egg, but I've still stayed the course. I've still done my protein, I've still done my water, I've still counted my calories, I'm still in the mode. However, just the fact that I have to go through so much to get the success of living healthy is saddened my spirit, to say the least. I know that I've lost weight numerous times, but I can't seem to keep the weight off. And I felt like this was my only option. And even though I'm super afraid of what's on the other side of this surgery, I know that I have no choice. Because at 37 years old, I know that if I continue on my path, I'll be twice this size in another 5 to 7 years. And that, for me, is totally unacceptable. I want to run with my kids. I want to run up and down my stairs and not be out of breath. I want to tie my shoes and not feel like I'm sucking in air. And if at any moment I let that air go, I'm going to pop. I want to not see a double chin under my face anymore. I want to wear a shirt and tuck my shirt in my doggone pants. I want to cross my legs. It's so many things that I desire to do that I have taken away from my life because I let food rule me instead of me ruling food and using food for the fuel that it's intended to be on my body instead of using it to mask all of the things that were going on wrong or that I didn't like because I felt that I was a failure in my life. It's sad to it's not even sad, it's depressing in a way to think about the things that we do to our bodies or to ourselves to numb out. And there's been a lot of things that I've numbed out from that I have to deal with now. And not eating has really made me go through that road of emotion in a real sped up way. I only have now until next Tuesday. My surgery is on the 8th, on November the 8th. Today's November the 1st. I have another week of trying to get myself in order and work on my emotions and get myself mentally prepared for this journey. Physically, the surgery is going to do that. So, I mean, to an extent, the tool is going to work. But mentally, like I have to change my thoughts. You know, we get so caught up in oh, we're going to go out or let's go out with the girls. But going out with the girls means that I'm going to eat or I'm going to drink. Or I'm going to drink a lot. So, it's everything has become surrounded around food for me. It's not like, oh, well, let's go have a good time and go climb a rock wall, or let's go do something that's an activity. Everything is about food. And I had to think, like, why did I get into that rut? What made me get to the place where I only correlated food with happiness, or food with joy, food with pleasure? It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about, but I'm thankful. All in all, I'm thankful. I've considered not doing this surgery. I don't know how many times in this process of this journey. In the last 2 weeks, I've cried a few times. I've numbed out a few times. It's been a very difficult path. But I felt like if I tracked myself, if I started doing this, that I could some kind of way touch more of my feelings emotionally and mentally to get myself more in line with what I need to do. I can hear myself, and not just hear myself in my head going through all of these different motions that I'm going through emotionally and mentally, but I can see it, and I can help someone else to see it and let them know that they're not alone. Because I think when you're doing something this altering and life changing, you question it. Everyone has an opinion of what you're doing, and you don't necessarily want to share your opinion or your journey with everyone, because everyone's opinion of what you're doing is not going to be good. So it's just a long process. It's a process. I won't even say it's a long process, but it is a process, and you have to kind of rein it in somewhere and get your own place of peace within it. And that's what this is supposed to be for me. This is my peace. This is myself reclaiming the person that I want to be, the person that I lost somewhere along the way, and the person that I look forward to seeing in the next year. So many things I could say, but I'm going to start there for today. So I hope this helped someone else, just to hear me ramble about the things I'm sure you're thinking about as well. 7 days to a whole new journey on life. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Let's see. Let's make it to the loser's bench.